Autism dating. So for those that don't know, every now and then I make a video about how to date for people with autism. So it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, like a month or two. Today's video is how to show a woman that you're interested in her. This is a very problematic area for the majority of us males on the autism spectrum. When I say the majority, I would estimate about 90 to 99% of us have a problem going up and approaching women in an appropriate manner. I'm going to first talk about the first extreme, and then I'm going to talk about the other extreme. The first extreme is those of us who are a little bit too in the face showing our interest. Some people, with autism, we see a girl we like, it could be even online, and then we'd be like, oh, you're beautiful, your boobs, really make you, I love your boobs, or I want to have sex with you, Some of us have the unfortunate problem of speaking our mind a little bit too much, or, some desperate women might go with that, but they have to probably be a little bit too desperate, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. And saying these sort of lines, can be very, very creepy to women. They'd be like, oh my God, this guy wants to rape me. It's probably the first thing that goes to a woman's mind. Women worry a lot about being raped. At least that's what I understand from having read a little bit, things about women and what they seem in, like, oh my God, that guy's so creepy, So I've been looking up from their perspective, and I know from our perspective, so that's something, And sometimes, we're just too close to a girl, and that makes her feel uncomfortable. Sometimes we say something that's really weird, not sexually related weird, but just really weird, like, hey, you remind me of that guy in Super Mario Brothers who blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, here, this guy's a psycho. That's a serious problem here. A lot of times, we say something or do something that makes us come across as a psycho to women. It's very true. And that's not going to work. Some women might give us a chance, but most women will be freaked out by the way we go up to them. And the funny thing is, we might talk differently to our guy friends, or we might not, if we even have friends. We might even say, oh, I want to have sex with her. We're used to even talking inappropriately for guy friends. No, that's not me. I'm not the kind of person to say things of that nature. But I do know a lot of us on the autism spectrum who are like that, and that this is a very problematic thing. And so this is the thing. We have to be aware of how we're coming across. We have to be confident, and you have to understand women. So let me give you the other extreme, and then hopefully we can find the middle ground here. The other extreme is where you either, one, don't even approach the woman, or two, you approach the woman but you don't know what to say because you're too scared to say, you don't have the balls or whatever. Or even you get a date but you don't have the balls to do anything like that. That's usually a category I fall in. Like I'm like, oh my God, I can't get her phone number. She'll think I'm trying to hit on her too much. It'll be too much for her, overwhelm her. I'm like, oh my God, this is our second date. I can't hold her hand. It'll scare her away. I'm like, or it's like, oh, we've gone on 4 dates now. I can't kiss her. It's too much. I can't tell her she's beautiful. Of course, I know that women want to be told that they're beautiful, but for me and other people on the autism spectrum, I know it's the other extreme where we're too afraid of doing something, too afraid of being creepy or creeping her out or that rejection. So there's the one extreme of where we are, I guess you can say, offensive. Then there's the other extreme where we're defensive and we're just very in the face, sometimes even space-wise, and speak our mind a little bit too much. And whether this happens in person, online, anywhere, it's not appropriate. It's not going to work. Unless maybe your goal is just to have sex, maybe you want to just go to a party if you know where to find one. But if you want to form a long-term, meaningful relationship, which is what my videos are aimed for, and you want to get married someday, things like that, it's not going to work. At least chances are it's not going to work. There's always an exception to the rules, but those exceptions are extraordinarily rare. So the thing is that there has to be the middle ground. You know, you have to show an interest in a woman, and but it can't be too extreme and it can't be too light where she just thinks you're a friend. So you have to find that appropriate middle ground. You have to also realize if you're coming off as creepy. Perhaps have a friend that's brutally honest and say, dude, you're creepy. If you think you're creepy or you wonder if you're creepy, then you're creepy. That's a very simple rule. And even if you're not creepy, you are creepy, because it's just better to think you are creepy, therefore you tone yourself down, because most of the times we are creepy. You know, that's just the truth. So it's important, you know, that we do this middle ground. How do we, you know, how do we do that? How do I go and approach a woman? How do I show I'm interested in her? How do I not creep her out? How do I go on, you know, first date, a second date, a third date? How do I form this long-term relationship? How do I get that to happen? Well, trial and error. You know, you have to be aware of what you're doing. You know, if you mess up, you know, you have to say, okay, what did I possibly do wrong here? Sometimes it's the girl. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes we do something that comes off as creepy. You know, sometimes, you know, the girl might be taken. She might have just got out of a really bad relationship and doesn't want to talk to guys. You know, she might have trust issues. And it's important, you know, or she might not feel the sparks right away. And sometimes women, they want to feel the sparks instantly. Like if they don't like you in the first 3 minutes, you know, they might not give you a chance. So you have to make those sparks happen without coming creepy. And so it's a challenge, you know. It's a freaking challenge. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's, you know, it takes a lot of work, and you know, some of us with autism have been successful and had long-term relationships. A lot of us, no. It's just, it's going to take patience, practice. Reading books on dating will probably help a lot. And like I said, if you can get a friend, a peer, somebody who is going to be brutally honest and maybe go with you when they see you on a date or something like that. Because I think it really helps if we have somebody to look at us. Or if you know, whoever that may be. It's important to have somebody to be a guide and to say, dude, you're creepy. Dude, you know, you can't do that. Or, dude, yeah, that's the right thing to do. You know, yeah, do that. You know, talk to her. You know, just, you know, be interesting. Show her that you're interested. And that's what it takes. So, I know that this is a mile-long subject. And as always, I'll have more videos in the future. So you can look forward to that. I thank you for watching today's video and wish everybody an awesome day of superly, awesomely awesomeness and then some.